Hello, this video is over how do you pay for college. Let's look at our number routine. A first-year KDISD teacher makes $50,500. Wow, the KDISD superintendent makes $375,000 annually. Find the difference in lifetime earnings of 30 years. So what operation is difference? Well, to me, difference means subtract. So let's subtract this and find the difference, 0, 0. Can I take 5 from 0? No, got to regroup. That's 5, 4, 7 minus 5 is 2. So in other words, the KDISD superintendent, Dr. Hint, makes $324,500 more than the first year teacher. But now we need to see that in a lifetime earnings of 30 years. So if I multiply by 30, let's do a shortcut by saving the 0 right here. We're just going to do this as a placeholder. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry the 1. 3 times 4 is 12 plus 1 is 13. Carry the 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. 3 times 3 is 9. So the superintendent, makes $9,735,000 more as a superintendent. Maybe I'm in the wrong profession. Maybe I need to be a big boss. Um, so what we just did is we compared the two salaries. So a superintendent makes more money than a teacher, but if you do it by 30 years, he or she will make $9,735,000 more as a superintendent. So we're gonna so if the let's look at their do now. If the mechanic and the pharmacist each work 30 years, how much more money does the pharmacist make in lifetime income? Does more education always guarantee a higher annual salary? For the most part, yes, but not all of it. If there are some jobs, vocational jobs like and welders and pipe fitters and things like that, who actually make an oil gas bill, actually make more money than those who major in liberal arts, like writing, humanities, histories, and stuff. So, you know what? Sometimes college, I encourage you to go to college, but sometimes college will not always guarantee you the higher salary. There are some blue collar jobs, which are jobs where you work with your hand, that actually do make comfortable money with. So let's look at this. As you can tell, a pharmacist does have to go get a master's degree. That's why they need 6 years of education. So they make 114,950, while a mechanic only makes 34,290, and they have to go to about 2 years of vocational school after high school. So how much more does a pharmacist make annually? 0. Can 9 take away from 5? Nope. Got the regroup. That's an 8. This is 15. 15 minus 9 is 6. 8 minus 2 is 6. 4 minus 4 is 0. Can you take it? Nope. Got to regroup. That's 1. That's 11. And 11 minus 3 is 8. So a pharmacist makes 80,660 more. But if I want to do a lifetime earning of 30 years, let's multiply this by 30. I'm going to keep the 0 as a placeholder here. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1. 3 times 6 is 18 plus 1 is 19. Carry the 1. That's 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 8 times 3 is 24. So a pharmacist will make as a pharmacist. So a pharmacist will make $2,419,800 more as a pharmacist. Yeah, I actually have cousins who are pharmacists, and they do very, very well. More than I as a teacher. Sad. All right, so answer these questions. What is your desired future occupation? Yesterday we did a whole survey of types of jobs that they think you should do. Well, you know what? I'm going to say I would like to be a teacher. I am a teacher, but I would like to say I'm a teacher. Because I remember as a kid growing up, I used to play school with my younger brother and sister over the summer and the holidays. I remember that. It was my room. They would sit on the tile floor and on my little chalkboard, and then I would teach them a lesson and things like that. And they would actually pretend to do homework, sign them homework. They weren't the best attentive student, I have to say. Why did you choose this profession? Because for me, it's hard to sit still. I have to go. I could not see myself sitting behind a desk for the rest of my life. That's one reason. And every day is a different experience. What type of skills do you need for desire? I think I answered my last one. Probably you need patience. You need to know how to break things down, make it easier for people to understand. How much post-secondary education will you need for your desire? You will probably need to go to college to become a teacher. You will need at least a bachelor. That's a minimum. A bachelor, which is 4 years. Um, some people get masters. I got to the masters. It took me about 6 years to get my 2 college degrees. Where will you go to college to learn these skills? I went to the University of Houston main campus on Cullen Street. And have you talked to your parents about the cost of college? When I was their age, kind of, but my parents saved and scrimped to make sure that all three of their children will be able to go debt free through college. But back then, college was just 2,000 a year. Nowadays, I feel bad for you children. It's like almost, God, I can't even imagine. It's like 15, 20,000, and then you had to do room and board. But when I was in school at U of H, it literally was only 1,200 a semester. It was so cheap. So what you're going to do, this is a website, and this will tell you every university in the United States. So let's click. So again, let's click. Oh, here it is. So in here, you will be given many, many universities. And so let's pick Texas. So I'm going to go through this. I will pick the great state of Texas. And then you keep on going down. And then you view all 196. And let's see. And here's all of them. I'm going to go to the University of Houston. That's the college I went to. So University of Houston, not the university. It's just called University of Houston. TTT University of Houston is right here. It had 30,781. All right. So you have to pay undergraduate tuition. That's to pay someone to teach you. Housing costs to live there. Books and supplies. Did you know in college, textbooks cost you have to buy them. Other living expenses, like you may need a car with gasoline, you may want to go out to eat over the weekends and things like that. So there's two prices: the Texas resident and a non-resident. Because we live in Texas, we pay tax dollars to Texas. I will only have to pay $23,858. However, a non-resident, someone who comes into University of Houston that does not live here, will have to pay $35,618. So, but room and board is like 9,000. I actually did not live on campus. When I was in school at University of Houston, it was known as the commuter school. I mean, the majority of people actually drove into University of Houston, went to school, went home, or went to work. But now what I've heard is at University of Houston, over 50% of, I'm so proud of this, of the students actually do live on campus. That's why they have such great spirit nowadays. You see in the sports program has built up. But we're going to say it costs about 23,858. So, universe. So let's write this down. So University of Houston is about $28,858, the annual total cost. Let's find another university. Another university I would like to choose is a lot of people. Let's choose Rice University. That is one of our that's right here in the Houston area. Rice University, considered best value. And it costs, and I know Rice University, they do kind of require you to live on campus the first 2 years, and even you can move out at third and fourth. Most people do like living on campus because they like to feel. Because I heard that you are assigned to a specific dorm or college, and they build like a family and everything. So no matter what, Texas and non-resident is the same price because it is a private university. Private universities do not get tax dollars. It's way more expensive. So to go to Rice University is $58,253. Wow, 58,253. Rice University, about 58,000. So Rice University is $58,253. So then you can go to, and let's go to one more. I don't know, which one should I go to? Texas A&M or UT? I don't like both schools. I really don't care for any of them. Um, my brother he's a Aggie, and all my cousins, almost every one of my cousins are Longhorns. So gosh, people talk about it. Football. Ugh. Always talk about football, about this stuff. Let's do, I don't know. I really did want to go to UT. I'm sad to say, my parents could not afford it. So, it is what it is. So, but if I go to UT, it would cost 26,322 as a Texas resident. 26,322, 26,322, 26,322. UT, $26,322. Um, wow, U of H is actually higher than UT. I'm shocked by that. All right, so what types of college cost the most, public or private? Private. If you go to a private school, it will be, think of real life. If you, in Katy, we go to Katy ISD, it's a public school. But if you might have heard the British school, that is more expensive. The village schools, those are private schools. You got to wear uniforms and things. Why is it important to know the cost of tuition? The main thing is so you know if you can afford it or not, so you can plan what you need to save and how you're going to get that money. Besides tuition, what other costs can be expected while attending college? You have to pay for the room and board because maybe you're not going to live. Um, Maybe you're going to live on campus because it's not in the city where you live. You have to actually pay for the books. You have to pay for other costs. For example, when you live there, don't you have to buy shampoo and soap? And maybe you want to go out to the movies with your new college friends. So there are many ways to pay for to finance a college education. Name some ways. There are five major ways: grant, scholarship, work study, save, and a loan. In the grant, you do not have to pay back. Grants, think of it as free money. Grants are awarded based on, actually, they're based on both, actually. Um, some grant, but mostly is financial need. Um, but sometimes it is through merits. So grant is like free money. If a college really, really wants you to attend their university, they will throw money to you in order to attend. So scholarships do not have to pay back. Hope your parents may be talking about how they want you to study, 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 so you can win like a different type of academic scholarship. However, scholarships are awarded based on merit. For example, a student may get a scholarship based on his grades or his athletic ability. Could be your talent ability. Other may get it based on affiliation to a church or other organization. So you have to apply for it, and they look at all the people who apply for it, and they give it to the best candidate. A work study, many ways. So a lot of your parents did work during college and they either work as a waiter or waitress, work as a receptionist somewhere, but they had to work in order to pay. Some people work at the school library, some people work at a school cafeteria or help professors. So work study is working. So you should save early and save often. It's important. Some of your parents have up some college savings account. Like for example, whenever you get allowance or something, or we get money from your grandparents, they say, "Oh, we're going to put some of this money into your college fund." And a loan is a money you get free or you have to think of it borrow. Sad to say that I think if I'm not mistaken that the average college student has a student loan about 25,000 as soon as they leave college, and then the day after they leave, or actually a month after, they do need to pay that college loan back right away. And some of them do not find that dream job, and they cannot pay it right away, and so they just go more in financial debt. Hopefully, you will not need to borrow as much money. Which amount needs to be paid back after you graduate? Do you need to pay back a loan? Yes. Tuition, work study, room and board, grant, scholarship. It's the loan you have to pay back. Jessica wants to go to a 2-year community college with an annual tuition of $9,890, but she wants to go there for twice. So for 2 years. So let's see how much she has to pay. So in other words, 2 years, she'll have to pay $19,780 back. She's already saved $8,350. She won a grant for $3,400. So far she has $11,750. How much more money does she need to pay for both years? So we subtract this. So she still will owe $8,030. Hopefully she can get it through a scholarship. Maybe she'll work for it. Or last but not least, get a student loan, but then she'll have to pay it back with interest. Frank borrows $6,000 for his tuition. The annual interest rate of the loan is 5%. How much interest does he owe? So think of it as a percent bar. If I shaded in a whole percent bar, that would be 100%. So 6,000 in total. Can you find the relationship? Oh, do you want to do it sideways or up and down? We could do, how do you turn 100 to 5? Divide by 20. So we could do it this way, divide by 20. Or how do you turn 100 to 6,000 times 60? Times 60. I think that's easier. So he will have to pay $300 interest rate. That's a lot. That is a lot. Is it monthly? Probably is monthly. Or is it yearly? I don't know. So, but he will owe $300. Stanley wants to attend a 4-year university with an annual tuition of $11,400. So that's the cost for 1 year, but he wants to go there for 4 years. That's 45,000, 16 carry 1, 5, 45,600. Stanley has 12,800 savings. Well, that's not good. I don't think he's going to have enough money to pay for. How much more does he need? 0, 0. Regroup. This is 16 minus 8 is 8. 4 minus 2 is 2. So it's 32,800 needed. So hopefully he will need to work. He hopefully can get a grant from the college, from free money, and hopefully he'll get a scholarship. If not, all that will be paid back through a loan. So what we learned about how to pay for college, there are 5 major ways to pay for college. They are grants, scholarship, working, saving, and loan. The worst of the 5 is the student loan.